go ahead and start this video out by wishing a happy 249th to the United States Marine Corps. As a prior service Marine, obviously you guys would figure I'd be celebrating, but I'm also making this video on November the 10th, which, as I said, is Marine Corps birthday, as most of you guys already know. But I'm also releasing this video on November the 11th because it's also a Veterans Day message as well. Now, guys, before I get through the spiel of wishing everyone a happy Veterans Day, happy Marine Corps birthday officially, and giving you guys just my personal thoughts, I also want you to know that this video is also going to serve as a bit of an update, and not only an update, but also a bit of a reflection on what's been going on this year. And of course, I'll even have another video out like this at the very end of the year, seeing how it is that it's only the month of November. And of course, we've got like a whole another month to go. We've got Thanksgiving, we've got Christmas coming up, New Year's, all that type of stuff there. But I've had to take some time and kind of reflect on some things. So make sure you guys stick around for the full video. Also, something else. So the link to my second channel, Gear Issue 33, will also be in the description box as well. And I'll be having an updates video out for that channel as well. I advise you guys, please go subscribe to that channel. That is the channel where I do primarily my military movie reviews, military films, and of course I'll be doing military history over there. And speaking of that, we'll be doing history over here as well. However, the problem with that, or the concern, or the how I'm going to do that, that's going to be coming up a little bit later on in the video. Like I said, it's going to be a pretty introspective or a pretty reflective video, so make sure you guys stick around for the full piece. So what are my thoughts on the holiday itself, Veterans Day? Veterans Day is a day that is for those who gave some. And what I mean by that is that it is for those who served, did their time, signed a contract, and even deployed. I got 2 deployments under my belt, so therefore, obviously, I'm a veteran. If you signed a contract, you joined, you got through basic, you are a veteran. I mean, my hat's off to you. I mean, I love every single one of you guys. We're all a brotherhood, and that's just the way that it is. Same thing with the United States Marine Corps. If you are a United States Marine, prior service Marine, you know the words. Semper Fidelis, always faithful, and you also know that once a Marine, always a Marine. It's never going to leave you. You're going to die a Marine. That right there is just the real truth of the matter. Okay, that is the truth about being a United States Marine. It's also an inclusive brotherhood within the veteran community itself, so you should always be proud of that. The thing that people oftentimes confuse about Veterans Day versus Memorial Day is the whole thank you for your service thing. If you thank someone for your service, thank somebody for their service, great. But the thing is this right here. People oftentimes get it confused with Memorial Day. Memorial Day is the day where some gave all, meaning that they gave their lives for the nation. They died in service. They died for, obviously, this country. They died for everyone's right to basically say and do whatever, worship however you want. And I think it's something that people need to really and truly think about, especially given the fact that we just had an election. We just had 4 years where we had the radical left in this country basically ravaging every single one of our institutions. Former President Trump won, got elected, and he won with popular vote, which is amazing given the fact that the demographic makeup of this country has a good portion of its population in the state of California, the state of New York, which, by the way, are very, very blue places. Same thing with the state of Illinois. Very, very blue places. And you figure that no conservative or no Republican candidate would ever stand a chance at winning the popular vote, but it happened. Now, as far as that is concerned, that right there is the other topic that I want to discuss, which of course is the updates topic, the updates portion of this video. Still though, before I get there, if you choose to stick around, I still want to say it one more time. Happy Veterans Day to everybody who served, and happy Marine Corps birthday to every single Marine out there. You guys obviously earned it. With that there being said, let's go ahead and get to the updates. Let me just go ahead and say, before I get into this update spiel, it's been a year. And politics can make you very unlikable. It can stress you out. I did not want this channel to become pure politics. There was obviously social commentary, which was the biggest component, but given all the different issues that are out there, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys who watch my channel probably look at my channel and say to themselves, well, what the hell is he going to be posting about today? Oh my God, that video is 30 damn minutes long. I don't know if I can sit through this. I don't know if I can watch this. I don't blame you. But politics can turn you into a very, very mean, nasty person and stress you the hell out, which, of course, is the reason why it is that I have decided to take this opportunity to talk about these issues, because obviously these issues that I'm going to speak about are the issues that have been weighing down on me, bearing down on me all year. And I think it's time that I go ahead and just kind of go ahead and get them out. But before I get it all out, I want you guys to know right now, the plan as of 2024 is to continue to post the content that I'm normally posting, because it is, in fact, very, very much an analysis of what's going on right now and also what could eventually happen, what to expect. But come next year, things are going to be changing. Not in tone, but definitely in presentation. But let's go ahead and get to that. 2024 has been a year that I don't know how to look at. I came into this year with my leg hurting every time I tried to walk, painful, and I thought that maybe it was an injury. And just by some, just finally getting up and going to the doctor, I found out that it was something much, much more serious. It actually started with a swooshing sound in my ear, and I got thinking about the content while I was doing all this, what I was going to do, and then I found out that it was actually a blood clot. It was actually my right popliteal artery had completely clotted off. Is the reason why there was so much pain. There was no blood flow, no circulation. And during the process of trying to find a vein, which is what they call vein mapping, so that way they could do the bypass, I asked them to check to see if my arteries were hardening. Well, lo and behold, my arteries were hardening. My right carotid artery was 90% stenosed. My left carotid artery, I think, was 70% stenosed. Either way, that's pretty daggone bad. I was getting headaches, and it's very, very possible that I might have been having mini strokes, which also probably affected my voice in a lot of ways when I talked, when I spoke, or I did my videos. A lot of times these things were hastily put together. And of course, due to what was going on, I wasn't able to give you guys what I felt was my best type of content. So in a lot of ways, I kind of think the downward year was kind of deserved, yet also at the same time, kind of unavoidable in a way. And I'm not blaming you guys for that at all. That's not what I'm doing. I love every single one of you guys who've stuck around and listened to me this entire time. But I also know with a channel like mine, it's not as consistent about social commentary, but not exactly consistent on the issue of the day. It's kind of hard to follow. And those of you who have stuck with me, I mean, I thank you guys, I really, truly do. I mean, like I said, I love every single one of you guys for sticking around with me, putting up with me, and of course also hitting the like button. Now, I could go on about that function and why it is that the channel is not getting promoted. I'm not going to do that. I think the real reason why that's the case is obviously operator or operator related, meaning that that's obviously got to do with me. In 2024 and 2023, and by the way, I meant to implement the changes that I'm about to talk about. I meant to implement them this year, but obviously things happen. We've talked about a border crisis. We've talked about an election. We've talked a little bit about some things that have happened as far as the world's pop culture and film was concerned. And I've finally made a decision on what I'm going to be doing. So after this year is over with, the channel content is going to change. It's not going to change in tone, meaning it's not going to change my commentary or anything. It's just going to include more video essays, stuff that I wanted to implement this year, stuff I actually wanted to implement back in 2023, but did not have the equipment to do until now. And of course, I haven't even really had time to sit down and even properly learn how to use it correctly. It's been sitting behind me the entire time, and here I am, don't even know the best features of this gaming computer, which of course you can do to make all kinds of good stuff with, better editing, all that type of stuff. But the point is this here, I need to go into a certain direction with this content, which of course you guys who listen to me will in fact enjoy. So get ready for more videos to come out this year, going into next year, after we get done with this post-election analysis, because obviously we've got stuff still going on. I've got to make some predictions and give you guys my thoughts on a few of the issues. And of course, those videos will be coming out over the course of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But get ready for the content to go in a little bit more of a pop culture direction, meaning talking more about Hollywood films and, of course, the propaganda and how they do that. But also something else, too, to consider is that I'm probably, instead of going the history route with this channel, which, of course, I'll be creating a separate channel for that there, which will probably just be named John Claymore or The John Claymore. And I may change the name of this channel here. I'm not sure. And, of course, also there's Gear Issue 33. What I'll probably be doing is some film reviews, or not really reviews, but essays, stuff like, say, let's say the deeper meaning behind a certain film. What was the actual point here? What's the commentary here? I think about it in terms of two of my favorite content creators, Collative Learning, which is Rob Ager, and of course the other being Max Durat. Two of my favorite content creators. Two guys who actually motivated me to be here on this platform in the first place. If they can do it, I can do it. I just never really truly got around to doing the actual work. But I want you guys to know that this year we're still going to be talking about the issues of the day, and of course, but we're going to be going in a more pop culture-y, more sports direction for the time being until I start getting those essays out, which will start coming out next year. However, there is one thing to say about that. If by some odd chance the YouTube algorithm, and a lot of what's going on is the algorithm, because my watch time and retention rate is actually up according to my analytics. It's the viewership's down. If by some odd chance the algorithm continues to beat me up, then don't be surprised if I don't move those videos, which I saved, to an archive channel and lean in there. If there's something that has happened on this channel, I've watched a lot of other content creators, and I see them, and I see how they do things, the shtick, how it was they got started, not hitting them, not insulting them, anything, giving them praise for being able to do this. I've noticed that they did not make the same mistakes that I made. I deleted a lot of videos early on, which screws up your algorithmic timing. It screws up your overall watch hours. It tells YouTube not to promote your content. I made a lot of mistakes in 2020, 2021, and 2022, and obviously I'm now paying for them now because the channel's growth is pretty much stagnant. It hasn't really grown anywhere. And of course, that's also on me. But I wanted to do this video so that way you guys had a heads up that, of course, this is the type of stuff that we're going to be going into 2025. And by the way, when it comes to health, I'm still not fully out of the woods because we're still looking at 1 to 2 more surgeries. So next year could also be chaotic, at least in the early portion, where I could be off and on. Either way, though, changes are coming to the content, coming to the channel. Now, there is one more thing that I did think about. And that, of course, is what I was just referring to now. If the algorithm continues to not promote the content, if it continues not to do that, then I will look at this experience as this was my first venture online. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out. It just didn't. And of course, it makes me think to myself, obviously I failed. Obviously I screwed up. However, here's the good news about failure. You learn from it. You move forward. And of course, it would also put me in a position to where I could then turn right back around after that and start doing the things that I honestly have been wanting to do for a while. History, film, sports commentary, that type of stuff there. Putting it on different channels. I got to get up. I got to walk more to go on top of my workout. I just got a lot of other things going on in my life that's kind of, forcing me to kind of get out and do other things. And something else, too, that needs to be said, and I kind of said this earlier with a kind of a poof, and I'm done with politics, is that politics makes you mean. Social commentary makes you mean. It stresses you out. It makes you it makes you unlikable. That's kind of sort of what this thing can do, is it can make you an extremely unlikable person, stresses you out. You're relying on the media. You got to critique the media. It turns you into it turns you to an unlikable person. And not only does it turn you into an unlikable person to other people, but it makes you also not like yourself. So after further consideration, that's one of the biggest reasons why is I'm switching this back over to pop culture. I'm switching this back over to more sports. The election is stressful. It does it to people. And of course, also to go on top of that, I'm also looking at the algorithm as well. Still, though, that there being said, you guys tell me in the comments what you think. I would really love to hear what you guys have got to say. There's probably going to be another video to confirm everything that I say, because you guys know how I am at the very, very end of the year about the same exact topic. So make sure you guys stick around for that. Make sure you guys stick around for the content as a whole. Please hit the like button on this video right here in particular, so that way other subscribers are notified that this video does exist and they can be understanding exactly what's going on. If also possible, please follow me on Facebook. Please follow me on X. Please follow me on X Twitter. Please share the video and sign off in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys have got to say, and I'll see you guys later.